Good morning, ladies and maybe gents, and I hope that you are very well this morning. If you are following day by day and yesterday had a rest, I hope you enjoyed it. Circumstances with the toddler change things up a little bit, and one needs to just be flexible. So if you are doing just, maybe you started the program late, not that it's a program, but maybe whatever the case is, you are welcome to alternate a day of exercise and a day of rest, especially if you are not used to exercising. It's always a good idea to have that break. And maybe instead of sitting home doing nothing on your break day, one could just take a walk, in this case, around your garden, or after lockdown, take a walk, just a 20-minute stroll, just to keep the muscles moving. That being said, if you get to day 6 and it was rest day for me, then you are welcome to repeat any of the others, preferably not the day before. And I would recommend maybe you repeat day 1, 2, or 3 on that day. So today we're going to be doing again usual body weight mixed with Pilates. And you will need your mat on the floor, and you might need, if you wish, to use a set of light weights. You could use 1 or 2 tins in each hand, or 1.5 kg, 2, depending how strong you are. Really going to be just using them for a tricep exercise. So usually the triceps aren't the strongest in our strongest muscles in our arms. So see how you do. Lighter weight is always better, and you can do more reps. You could always pause the video and do a few more reps if you wanted to just push yourself a little further. So that being said, today we will get started. It's not hectic. I don't think so, so we'll see how we go. Alright, so let's start with our warm-up. Right. I want you to kick that heel up to that bum. Stretch out those quads for me. Pull that belly in. Shoulders back and down. Your nice proud chest. Good. Just flicking that heel up to the bum. Try and get a little bit more control in that leg. And point those toes. And give it a bounce. 6, 7, keep it still, reach. Right, keeping that belly tight. But remember, don't constrict those ribs. You want to fill those ribs with air. Or should I rather say lungs. If this makes you dizzy and you need to slow down, by all means, go ahead and take that arm overhead, over. Then you're bouncing those legs. Eight, one more set. Reach. Throw that body over. Stretch that side. Pulling that body nice and tight. Arm swings for me. Tap. Working into that shoulder joint. Also that waist. Hold still. Let's do it together. 6, 7, 8. Try and cross that midline. 6, 7, 8. Take it wide. Right, stretching into that inner groin. 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeeze those quads all the way up. 7, quads and bum. Quads and bum. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, go straight down, 5, don't stick that bum out, 6, twist the knees back, 7, and 8, hold it down for me, and lift. Just let those heels working into those ankles, 3, 4, belly's in, 5, shoulders back and down, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, take it lower if you can, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. Right, just working into those big muscle groups. Arms up, arms up. Squeeze that one at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are we feeling warm yet? 8. And up. Right, you grab your mat. We're going to start down on the mat with some side planks. Right, so this was one of those where we're mixing body weight and Pilates. Right, you guys should be able to see. Right, so I want you to take those knees back. Right, so in a straight line, elbow under the shoulders. Right, pulling that belly up. So your options here are, we're going to be using the top leg. So you can keep the hips down if you find that your abs are not strong enough yet. If your abs are not strong enough yet to keep you lifted off the floor, you're welcome to work with the hips down on the floor. Right, just watch for that bone sliding back. We don't want that. We want the body in a nice straight line. So, we're going to be doing top leg up. I'm going to lift up. It is going to work into that shoulder, so be prepared for that. Right, you can have that arm on the hip, behind the ear, resting down for slight balance, but you don't use that hand to keep that body up. You've got to use those tummy muscles for me. Right, so we're going to go up. I'm going to lift and lower for 8. 1 and down. 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, pull that belly in, 7 and 8, hold it up, forward circle, 1, 2, you want to make sure your leg is going back as well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, hold it up, we're going to go crunch, crunch, rotate and hold, crunch, crunch, rotate and hold, right, 4 more, crunch, rotate under and hold, crunch, crunch, rotate and hold, taking it down. I said 4 more, but I meant total of 4. My apologies. Alright, so from there we're going to extend that bottom leg, hips are going to be down, and we're just going to scissor backward and forward. You're going to pull that belly in for stability. 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take it down and change sides. Alright. You might notice that I do change things up as we go, step by step, and that's okay. Right, taking our body into a long line for me. Pull those feet behind. Don't let those knees come forward. I want to have those feet right behind that bum. Right, options, both knees down, hip down, or you're going to lift that hip up for me. Please make sure your leverage is good. by having that elbow right underneath that shoulder. Right, lift and down. 2, 3, 4, don't watch your leg, look in front of you. 5, 6, 7, pull that belly in. 8, hold it up, forward circles. 1, 2, 3, forward and back. 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold. Take that arm overhead. We're going to crunch for 2. 2, rotate and hold. 1, 2, rotate and hold. Get your position back. 1, 2, rotate and hold. Last one. 1, 2, rotate and hold. Take it down, extend both legs. Watch that leverage. Lifting up that rib cage from the floor, lifting those legs up. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, breathe in. 3, 4, and out. 2, 7, 8. One more step. In. 3, 4, out. 6, 7, 8. Bring those knees in. Fantastic work, you guys. We're going to move on. We're going to come back. We'll start again at the front. Alright. So this is where you're going to grab your tins. Almost went flying. Alright, maybe one should take these together. Okay, so I'm going to start in front of my mat. Again, do these with or without your cans. Totally up to you. Right, it's called a 5-step kneel and stand. So I'm going to start in the front of my mat. I'm going to step back beyond my mat. Okay, so that's step 1. That's 1, 2, I'm just showing the legs. 3, 4, and we push up on 5. Okay, so you'll just do what you can. If you're not used to exercising, this will take its toll, but just do what you can. Watch that the body stays up nice and tall. Don't get slumpy on me. Nice and tall. So what the arms are going to do is you're going to take them back behind the head. Remember I said we're going to work the tricep for this one. Right, so I'm in the front of the mat. I'm going to go 1, 2. Tuck those elbows in towards the head. 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to extend and lower. Same leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull that belly in. 5, extend and lower. Same leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, push up. 5, extend and back. Keep those shoulders down. Big space between the ears and the shoulders for me. 3, 4, 5, I think. Last count. And down. We're on 3. Going for 4 and down. And 3. And 4, step up. 5, extend and down. Let's change sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, extend and lower. Same leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, extend and lower. You're going to feel it in those triceps. 2, 3, 4, 5, extend and lower. Last one this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, extend and lower. Right, take those arms out. We're going to go onto the mat. I'm going to work the back line of the body a little bit. Right, starting with some Supermans, going on to bird dogs. And then we're going to get into some of the Pilates. Well, technically these are Pilates, but we're going to go a little deeper. Alright, so bird dogs, you're going to take those legs out. I want you to activate those toes. Point. Activate those thighs to get a beautiful long leg. Using the bum to lift those legs off the floor. Arms out in front. And keep your neck line in line with your spine. So when you're lifting that body, you're not lifting that neck for me. Right? You keep the eye line down the mat, and as you lift that upper body, your eye line will go slightly ahead of that mat. Right, pulling up that belly from the floor, squeeze that bum, anchor the body down, and we're going for 4. 1, and down. 2, and down. Squeeze the shoulder blades at the top, squeeze, and down. 4, and down. Up onto all fours for me. Nice even fours under the body. Pull that belly up. Protecting that lower back. Right leg back. Left leg forward. Soften those elbows for me. Pull the throat up away from the floor. We're going to start down on the floor. Lift and lower. 2, 3. Using that bum. And I want to see the back moving. 4, 5, 6, 7, hold it up, we take it out to the side, 1, 2, pull that belly up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, center, and bring it down, ready for other side, extend the left leg, right arm, again, keep that neutral spine for me. Taking it down, we're going to lift. 1, 2, 3. No movement in that spine. 4, 5, 6, 7. Soften that elbow and hold out to the side. 1, 2, 3. No movement in that body. 4, 5, 6, 7. And 8. Draw it all back in. Right, we're going to go into a plank, and then we're going to extend one leg back and pull it in. I want to get some movement in the spine here, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to start out to the plank. Welcome to have those feet slightly apart, just for balance. So we want to extend, pull in, extend, pull in between the knees. 2, 3, last one here, 4, and now we're going to extend, out, and in, out, and in. You can see I'm tucking my head as well, round that spine, and 4, extend, bring it down, knees to the mat, and you're welcome to do a short stretch for me. And you can hold it there just for a few seconds. Just going to get my knockdown set. Right, I'm going to go onto the other leg. Right, so make sure those hands are under the shoulders. Shoulders are back and down. We're going to extend up. So 1 and in. Extend. 3, 4, taking it up. 5 and in. 6, let's roll in. 7, roll in. And 8, roll in. Extend, take it down, knees down, and shell stretch. Alright, so I'm moving quite quickly through these, where I would rather normally take it a little slower. One of the biggest things that we see in the gyms is these guys doing their sit-ups and crunches and everything so fast. Either because their weights are way too heavy and they're just trying to motor through it to get finished. And really that's just not ideal. Okay, that's not the way to execute any of your movements. The slower you move through your movement, the more stability you get, the more, the harder your muscle has to work to execute that movement. And you're also building that neuro path from the brain to whichever muscle you're working a little bit harder. Okay, so ideally you don't want to rush through exercises. We're going to take our time. You do it slowly, slower. It is harder, but it's much more beneficial for the body. All right. Okay, we're going to move on to our next set. The good news for you is there's only four sets, but we are going to repeat it. And again, you've got the option of stopping after the first round, and I'll tell you when we're done with that. And you can do a second round. All right. And you can even do a third if you really want to. All right. I'm going to give myself some space. So we're going to go onto the mat. All right. So I've spoken to you guys about the neutral and the imprint. Wherever you land with your tailbone heavy on the mat is your neutral, where you have that little arch under that back. All right. When we're taking those legs up off the mat, I want you guys to pull the tummy muscles tight so that you draw the hip bones and the ribs closer together, which in turn helps to lower that back into the mat. We want to avoid using the bum to tuck that pelvis under to force the back into the mat, because you're essentially not working the core muscles as hard as you should be for that sort of exercise. Right, so keeping that in mind, we're going to pull those belly muscles tight between those hip bones. We want to try and draw the ribs, slide the ribs closer down to the hip bones, and we're going to lift those feet off the floor. We're going to do the hundreds. Going for a double leg stretch, and then a supine spine twist. All right, arm through those knees for me. We're going to take those arms up. You're going to be pumping through honey. Okay, so it's quite a movement. All right, and we're going to breathe in 5 counts, breathe out 5 counts, and we're going to do 50 because we'll do 2 sets of this. All right, so we're going to go in, 4, 5, and out. In, 4, 5, and out. 4, 5, and in, tummy down. 4, 5, and out. 30 in, 4, 5, and out. 40 in, 4, 5, and out. 50, hold and breathe in. Then take those arms up for me to the side of the knees. We're going to extend, lift up your top hat, and bend. I'm circling those arms. We're going to extend and bend. Extend and bend. 4 and 5 and 6. Pull that belly down. Down through the knees. 7 and 8. Take that head down. Welcome to bring those knees into the chest. Roll that head side to side. If you feel that your neck is taking a lot of strain, just roll side to side. It really helps to relax that neck muscle up. Right, so from here we're going to take those hands out to the sides, about a 45 degree. We're going to work with that spine. So rotation of the spine, but the tummy is going to do all the work here to strengthen the core, right? So those legs are going to be up. We're going to take an inhale. We're going to exhale, take those knees over. Try to keep both shoulders down, right? So those legs are only going to take you as far as you can keep both shoulders down on the mat, right? We're going to extend one leg and bend. Inhale, exhale, pull those legs back up using those abdominal muscles. Inhale, exhale over. Inhale, extend top leg. Bend, exhale over. We do 4 of these with this leg. Exhale over. Keep that shoulder down. Extend and bend. Bring it in. Inhale, exhale over. Extend that top leg. Bring it back and exhale, center. Inhale, exhale over. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. Exhale over. Inhale, extend. Bend, exhale back. Last one for each leg. Take it over. Extend, inhale, bend, exhale. Keeping that lower back in the mat. Inhale, exhale over. Shoulders on the mat. Bend and exhale to center. We're going to do both legs. Alright, so inhale, exhale over. Inhale top leg, exhale bottom leg. Inhale, and back over, exhale. Inhale, quick. Exhale, over. Inhale, top leg, bottom leg, top leg, bottom leg, and over. Exhale, over for 2. Inhale. Exhale. Take an inhale. Exhale, over. Inhale. Point those toes, get those legs working. Exhale. Use that quad to straighten out that leg. Exhale. Bring it in. Exhale, over. Really doesn't matter how you're doing your breathing, as long as you are breathing. But try to do that execution of that roll with an exhale. Let's go. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Shoulders on the mat. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, over. Inhale, inhale. Take an inhale and exhale back to center. I think we have one more each side. Pull that belly flat. Exhale, over. Let's go. Exhale, exhale. In and out. Exhale, over. Keep those knees together, tummy pulled tight, top leg extended, bottom leg. Inhale, inhale, exhale, center. Fantastic work, you guys. Hands behind the knees. We're going to lift up that chest and we're going to roll that body forward. We're going to move on to, I just want to wipe down. Right, we're going to move on to some leg work, also involving the core. So you'll see a lot of today is involving the core and the legs, and some shoulders here and there. And so what we're going to be doing is a little bit of turning, like I've explained in the past. We really want to engage more turning motion, right? Because we don't, that is a plane of motion we do move in without even realizing it. And most of our exercises use this plane of motion, the forward and back. Right, and so we get very strong in these muscles. We do this plane of motion hardly ever. Maybe once in a blue moon we do jumping jacks and we use this plane of motion. So also good to use that plane of motion, but also your rotation is very, very important, which is why you'll see me bring it into a lot of the workouts. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to work on that today, now, and we're also going to do bringing in a little bit of bar/ballet movements. Okay, so just that plie like we did in our warm-up. Essentially wanting those toes pointing out to the corners and those knees need to track in the same direction as those toes. Right, so I don't want toes forward. There's a lot of pressure on your ankle joint and your knee joint there when you're trying to do that. It's much more comfortable. You'll get your hip a little bit wider open into that plie. Right, so we're going to start with some plies. We're going to just go down 1 and 2. We're going to take that arm over the shoulder, and 3. I'm going to go nice and straight for you guys, and 4. Alright, from there, we're going to plie down. Watch my arms. I'm going to chop down to the opposite side. I'm turning on that back leg, and I'm going to come back. We're going to go down, turn, and chop. And down, going for 3, nice and tall in that spine, chop. So take that hand to the opposite hip, down, and chop. Alright, we're going to come back. What I should have done is put you on the other side, put me on the other side. Okay, so we're going to now turn, let me do this right. Okay, so carry on the side that you guys are doing. My apologies. Okay, that's this side. Yeah? Right, so we're going to go into that lunge and you're going to tip forward, and you can see my back is in a straight line. My arms are still on the outside. And lower those arms down. Pull that belly in for support. And you're going to rotate over, bring it back, lift up, and plie. So rotate, lower down, Open up and close. Bring it up. So plie, pivot, lower down, pull it bring in, and open. And plie, take it over, open, close, bring it back, and plie. Alright, we're going to go into a static lunge here for me. A static lunge. Alright. So the legs are going to work pretty hard now. I'm going to take those hands just behind the head for me. Alright. What we want to do, again, working that core to keep that body weight up. We're going to dip down, lift, tip forward, push up off that back toe. Come back up, lower down, tip forward, push up off that back toe. You're going to feel all those muscles working really hard. Going for 3, tip forward and push up off that back toe. Push back down and down for 4, and over, and up. Right, next we do the other side. Okay. So, my apologies if I've confused you a little with your sides you've been working on. Alright, we go back to the start. We go down for 4. 1. Take those hands up. 2. Going for 3. Press those knees back. Going for 4. Right, now we're going to add that chop. So go down and pivot on that back foot. Reach those hands for the outside of the hip. Coming back for 2, and turn, and 3. You feel a nice twist in that hip. 4. I think we're on 4. I lost count. Sorry. Right. Let's take it down. So we do that pivot. We hold. We take those hands down, and we open up that chest. Hands together. Lift that body, and pivot. Take it across, take those hands down, open that chest. Right, and open. Keeping that belly pulled in nice and tight. Going for 4, pivot that foot, open up that chest, and keep in that lunge for me. Right, hands behind the head. We're going to drop straight down, up. Lean forward, push off that back toe. Take it down. For 2. Lean forward, push off that toe. Taking it down. 3. Push forward. And 4. Push forward. And take it down. Alright. So guys, that is essentially end of set 1. And if you want to end there, you're welcome to. I'm going to see how long we've been. 33 minutes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop there. You are welcome if you want to do a second set. Start the video again. Alright. But I think I've been promising for a week now to do a short workout. And I've worked pretty hard. So I'm going to go into a cool down. Okay, if you want to know repeat, you go wild. Right, standing up nice and tall, knees together, pull that bum into the hip, into the bum, sorry. Standing up nice and tall. You even take both hands to that foot, pull the shoulders back. And let's change sides. Like I've said in the past, you're always welcome to use a chair or a wall to help you balance, but essentially I want you to get to a point where you don't have to use anything to help you balance. You have to work on your balance. It's a daily necessity. As we get older, we get weaker, we lose our balance, we lose our agility, we lose so much motion in our spine that we eventually start locking up into all those joints, which is really just not ideal. Just keep moving. Take it down. Alright, well done guys. We're going to take it nice and wide. We're going to just stretch out those hands. Okay, just taking it forward, doing a nice flat back. And taking it down, tuck that head under. Scoop that belly in. Try to tuck that head under. Right, soften those knees. Let's scoop that body up. And the head comes up and relax. Let's do one more. Give me a long spine. We're going to hinge from those hips. So a nice flat back down. Tuck that head under, roll that spine. And lifting up, rounding up through that spine. Take those shoulders back. Open up those shoulders. And well done if you guys have been keeping up, or at least been doing one of these and something every other day. That's most excellent for you guys. Having said that, a rest day every third or fourth day is also a good idea. Right, just doing a bit of a static stretch. Take those shoulders nice and wide. Good, let's go up and back, up and back. Push those hands back behind. Feel a stretch in the front of the shoulder, lift up tall. Keep that belly nice and tight. Fantastic. Slowing down. Alright, and you guys did well. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow. I haven't decided yet what we're doing. Yeah, what I'd like to do is maybe to bring back in like day one and see how stronger, how much stronger we've got, if we have got any stronger. But yeah, I'm still deciding what to do. So I will work on that while you guys have a good rest and enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Cheers.